Somebody say they talk SEO, but you either talk little SEO or big SEO. You already know which one I do. Ha! Come on! What are they really talking about at the end of the day, man? It's beyond me. Now what we gotta get?
Money, money.
And what it's all about?
Money, money.
And what we living for?
Money, money.
And what we dying for?
Money, money.
Come on, let's get it go. Let's get it go. Let's get it go. Let's get it go. Let's get it. Yeah, here comes the kid with the black hat. Hold all your bets, here's where the white hat rests. Fuck your methods, I'ma step out on my own. About time I retaliate, get away from my throne. Keep the metadata, I'm organic, homegrown. You looking for the goodies, oops, wrong song. I've been holding back on these attacks for so long that I'ma use your IP and probably meet you at your home. Now, let's check the ARFs account and see who really bout it and who just chasing clout. I'm really not the one to do the capping and the faking. If I told you it's a plan, we got a goal, then I'ma make it, yeah. But see, here's what's funny to me. You just an oversized trash can for money to me. You got a pitch so weak, only dummies believe it. Don't gotta prove I'm the truth, you got eyes to see it. Go!
Money, money.
And what it's all about?
Money, money.
And what we living for?
Money, money.
And what we dying for?
Money, money.
Come on, let's get it go. Let's get it go. Let's get it go. Let's get it go. I'm the reason that you wanna hold a conference. Shame on my name for some gain, that's nonsense. All you hear is tick, tick, tick. I'm the bombers, blasted targets, and I'm not with the drama. The bad's gonna take over. Now put that in a diorama, comma, pause cause I wanna. I don't follow rules when the rules try to stop me. So I put that SEO on go, the top speed. And I bet your clients mad you and not me. Anytime you gotta show results, you in the hot seat. Oh no, why, how is it this happened? That's the main question your customers all be asking. You the type to take a test and try to pass it. I'm the type to think the professor get all the answers. You probably better off if you become a dancer now. Move out my way cause I ain't giving no more chances.
Money, money.
And what it's all about?
Money, money.
And what we living for?
Money, money.
And what we dying for?
Money, money.
Come on, let's get it go. Let's get it go. Let's get it go. Let's get it go. Let's get it. The bad's gonna take over.
Eastern Side Beats.
Presenting your one-stop shop for SEO and virtual assistant services. SEO, GMB, link building, content creation, web design, virtual assistants, and more. Junk removal SEO experts. The best white label platform for SEOs, agencies, and freelancers.
Hey, what's up, guys? Give me a holler if you can hear me. We're starting today our new junk removal SEO masterclass. It is free, not just for junk removal business owners, but for everybody. It can be applied across every niche. It doesn't matter. Are you if you will, a junk removal business, or if you are just a business owner, plumber, electrician, any of it. It will apply to you. You can even be an SEO and still apply it. So if you haven't already joined, you want to go over to rankfortress.com. At rankfortress.com, you're going to notice, and I'll show you guys, and where you can sign up at. But you go over here to rankfortress.com. At the very top right, you're going to see where it says join the Rank Fortress Academy. If you click on that, it will take you over here. I'm going to let these people in. This is the Rank Fortress Academy. And this is where you can go to start learning all for free. So currently, right now, we have in here the Junk Removal SEO Master Class. We have a couple of classes in there already. I've already done lesson 1 and lesson 2, and then a bonus lesson that Xavier had asked me about. And it just tells you what is it about and everything, okay? Next, if you want to do VA Mastery course, I also have that in there. I got 4 lessons so far. Sometimes I'll be dropping lessons in there for the mastery class for VA, sometimes for white label. I'm really not concentrating on white label anymore. As most of you know, I'm not really concentrating on scaling any more agencies, but I do drop some classes in there, and I will keep dropping them in there. I have all of these courses already made out, and right now I'm mainly concentrating on helping junk removal business owners because I'm tired of seeing the gurus screwing you guys over. You can also notice on my Facebook, you'll always see me dropping classes or value and stuff. I will probably be doing a class really soon on Duda and bringing the receipts on showing you guys what I mean. I actually just had a guy today say, hey, yeah, I put everything on Duda and it ranks. And then lo and behold, as usual, when I actually investigated it and looked at it, he's a niche within a niche, and he's in small cities, not big cities. It's very easy to do. I could do that on any platform, doesn't matter. Doing it in a big city, not going to happen. I've yet to see anybody ever show me plumber near me, electrician near me, in, let's say, Atlanta on that platform. We will be going over that in this class, not on this live, okay? In this live today, we're going to go ahead and start, but let me go back to the classroom real quick. So junk removal SEO so far, for example, we went over, this is going to seem like the first few lessons is going to seem pretty basic, mainly because we are going over, for example, what's SEO, because a lot of you guys don't even know what's like SEO. Why is it important? We went over that in lesson one, and then lesson, and we taught you about why is local SEO important for junk removal businesses, helping to attract more customers and how to rank higher. And then in lesson 2, we talked about how Google ranks local businesses. What are the ranking factors? Understanding key factors such as proximity, relevance, and prominence, and how they in fact impact junk removal businesses. Most people that don't know anything about local SEO will tell you what it's the meta tags, it's the H1 headers, it's the meta descriptions, and it has almost zero relevancy when it comes to ranking in maps. Maps is proximity, relevance, and prominence. Those are the top 3 ranking factors when it comes to maps. Okay, and in today's lesson, what we're going to be going over is lesson 3 or 1.3, which is understanding Google's local 3-pack and organic local rankings. And I'm going to go over discovering how to land your business in the local 3-pack and what's the differences between local rankings and organic rankings. Like I said, it's going to be pretty basic. Most of you guys maybe are like, well, that's, I kind of know that already, William. I don't really need to have you teach me that. Well, you kind of do. I mean, for the most part, a lot of people think they know a lot of things they actually don't know. And we're going to be going over that. Okay, so without further ado, if you have any questions or you want to comment or any of that thing, just go ahead and comment below and I will help you. Okay. So while I'm talking, let's go ahead and shut that real quick. So as you guys get in here, I'm just going to go ahead and get set up and share this tab. Present. There we go. So as you guys can see, this is going to be module, we're still in module 1. This is going to be module 1.3. Okay, this is module 1.3. Okay, so in today's module, like I said, what we're going to be going over in every single module today is 1.3. Tomorrow is going to be the role of Google My Business and local SEO. And then the third lesson we'll probably hit this week is going to actually start going through verifying and how to set up your GMB listing. And then after that, of course, how to do content engagement and then local SEO. After we get these basics covered over the next few days, then we're going to get into the hands-on actual going through everything, because what you'll find is a lot of times people do not do over the shoulder where they show you how to do things. We are actually going to be doing over the shoulder. I'm actually going to be teaching you exactly how to do it, exactly how I do it, and we're going to be using a live demonstration. This is not something we're going to, if you will, have and just show you a walkthrough. We're actually going to do it for a client. We're actually going to use a live client that we have not even touched. Okay. So this is literally a live client that we're going to be working on. So the guy won. I actually posted this in, and you'll see, and I'm going to show you so you verify everything, because I like things being verified. So if you go to my Facebook, you'll notice I made a post in which I said, hey, who wants some free SEO? And I gave away free SEO. And I'm going to show you the winner and everything. It was this guy right here, Connor McCuster. He won, and he won it. So we're going to be doing it. So looking for one junk removal business, going to rank you for free, comment below. Connor replied, and he won. I've done this before. I did it for Dan Junk Removal, which is Dan's Dump Run, and he's in Ottawa, Canada. We did it for him as well. He had like a 4-page site. Now he dominates Ottawa, Canada. Okay, so that's what we're doing. We're going to be doing the same thing, but we're doing it for a new client. And I'm going to be showing you how we do it and why is it important. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, thank you. Just if you have any questions, comment below and I will answer them. So module 3, we're going to be talking boosting local visibility for junk removal businesses in specific. Topics so far that we've covered are what is local SEO, why is it important? Lesson 1.2 was how Google ranks local businesses, ranking factors, none of which are meta tags, meta descriptions, especially when it comes to local 3-pack in Google Maps. Okay, we've tested this shit. I know what works, what does not work. We deal with hundreds and hundreds of audits every single week, and I deal with thousands of clients every single year. Okay, I'm not someone that's just going spouting off my head talking about what I think works because this is what I heard or what ChatGPT told me. This is something that I'm down in the ditches getting my hands dirty. I know it actually fucking works. Okay, lesson 3, which is today's lesson, understanding Google's 3-pack, so you understand why you need to be in it. What's the difference between local and maps? Okay, so when users are searching for local services, let's just say junk removal near me, plumber near me, electrician near me, there is a section, and we'll show you this, based in the very top called local 3-pack. All right. That's what we're going to be going over today, and I'll show you that. So for example, if I change my IP address right now, I am in Atlanta, I believe is what I'm saying, junk removal near me. Okay. If I say junk removal near me, I'm in Douglasville, Georgia. Hey, man, Peach. New client we signed up. She bought 6 months worth of SEO and a VA. You have here 1-800-GOT-JUNK. They really do not rank very well in, if you will, like most people think, the 3-pack. Okay, they don't rank very good. They have a brand. They have lots of money. That's what they do. They spend lots of money on ads. Then here's the 3-pack replaces. If you expand it, of course, you can see more. Okay, if you're not advertising on Yelp, follow what Mr. Yee says, and what I've told you to now that now I've looked at it, is you want to go advertise on Yelp, especially if you're getting good leads. This is all organic, so you got Yelp, you got People Also Ask, or what we call PAAs, Load Up, Junk Removal Douglasville, Veteran Truck, College Junks. A lot of these are big names. Like this is an up and coming one, Load Up, and of course College Hunks. And the rest of these we could beat. 1-800-JUNK, this is ads. Okay, 3-pack ads. Let's say ads will be in here, and then organic. Okay, so now next, we've already went over what the local 3-pack. The local 3-pack will have what? There are going to be several factors. This is why I say all the time, You need to make sure that your business name, address, phone number, etc. matches. I don't want to put it as one thing on one website, another thing here, another thing here, and another thing here. Think of it like a credit system. Google wants to see the same information across the board. You don't want to be putting one bit of information here and then here and then here and then here, and it's all fucking different. And then you wonder why you can't rank. Once again, this is a ranking factor, not meta tags, meta descriptions, and crap like that, like a lot of people think. Okay. Google's 3-pack, it's going to have, when we look at it, it's going to have their business name. If I click on this, their address, phone number, etc. What generally actually gets someone to rank when it comes to this, there's a couple of factors. Are they clicking book online? Are they clicking website, directions, driving directions? Are they saving your listing? Are they calling it? Are they sharing it? When I go down here, am I clicking on any of your products? Am I clicking on any of your, if you will, posts, your Google listing posts? Am I clicking on call now? Am I clicking on share? Am I sharing it on social media? Or am I clicking on any of your profiles? If I'm doing any of that, if I'm leaving a review, any of that engagement, behavioral signals is what causes a local business to rank. It is not, for the most part, meta tags and meta descriptions. Now, that being said, your website, whatever services you have, should be matching on the Google listing. You shouldn't have things on your website that are not on the Google listing. We want, and this is one thing I know Chris Palmer taught me, and you see this term thrown around a lot now since he's come on, and he's been teaching this for years, is behavioral signals. And he's been teaching about mirroring. You want to mirror your website to your Google listing. You don't want to have things on your Google listing that not are on your website. It should be chained together. It should look the same. Okay. Now, that is what we're going to be seeing on a Google listing. Your address, your stars, your phone number, your website. Sometimes you don't even have a website link on here. You don't realize how many times I've seen a GMB and they don't even have a website link, or they have it going to a Facebook page or something of that nature. Directions to business. This is one of the number one reasons why I say all the time, okay, that you need to have, if you will, you need to have your listing right here. You need to have driving directions. If you have your address shown, guess what you've already done? You've already gotten rid of one of the number one ranking factors, which is proximity. How close am I from my address to your business listing? Without that, you've lost it. Number two, when you get rid of your address, guess what you also gotten rid of? You got out there. Okay, have the address shown. Have we been able to rank, and do we rank? I rank hundreds of service area based businesses with address hidden all the time. Does it make it harder? Yes. Can it still be done? Yes. All right. So why is ranking in the local 3-pack so important? Because it increases your visibility. When someone's on this little device we like to call a cell phone, they're not usually scrolling down into organic. They're looking at 3-pack. If I'm looking for junk removal, or hey, my wife is cussing me out, she wants me to clean out my garage, I'm not looking in organic at all usually. I'm looking in maps. The local 3-pack appears above everything except for ads. And this is one of the reasons why people will run LSA ads. They'll run LSA ads because they appear in the local 3-pack. In here, depending on your city. Okay? CTR, businesses in the local 3-pack receive a higher percentage of clicks than those in organic search. Now, am I saying don't be in organic search? No. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you do ads, be in maps, and if they run LSA ads, be here, be on Yelp. If it pops up in your search, depending on your city, you can go to different cities and you'll notice that it pops up differently. Let's say change real quick. We'll go to Orlando, Florida. I'm going to change my IP address, and now we're in Orlando. Guess who's there? When I enter, got junk. This is another ad. Now we got an LSA ad here. Junk Daddy. We got these right here, 3-pack. Then we got Stand Up, 1-800 Got Junk and Organic. Then we got Yelp. This is why I say get on Yelp. Okay, and then all of this organic. Then we got ads again. So you see in this larger area, it's got more ads, and it's got LSA ads, and you got Yelp. Sometimes you'll even see Better Business Bureau in here running ads for clients just like Yelp. So that's why I say get in there. Okay. Now, besides that, drives more local leads. Since most searches for junk removal businesses are location based, you need to be featured in the 3-pack because it will lead to conversions. Now, let's see, how do we get our junk removal business in the 3-pack? Number one, we want to optimize our Google My Business listing. Once I'm done with these basic classes, in the next 2 days, then I'm going to we're going to optimize the Google My Business listing together. A brand new one, hasn't been touched, brand new client, just signed them on, gave it to him for free. He's gotten 3 months of SEO for free, the VA for free, the content for free, and the website if I want to change it for free. Okay. He is built on Duda. It was built by someone in the local junk removal SEO space, and we will show you all that. So ensure your business name, address, phone number, and NAP are accurate and consistent, right? You don't want it to be different. And this is what happens. Most of the time you'll come in here and it'll be different for every single place. You're putting a different business name, address, phone number on this site, on Yelp, on this one, on that one, and then you're sending all these mixed freaking signals to different platforms. Okay. Select the right business category. You don't know how many times I've come into, let's just say, junk removal near me. Let's just look at these listings real quick, and if I see it, I'll show you what I mean. It should be junk removal service, just like this. Let me open up maps and I'll show you even more. I use a tool, it's called Plepper, and Plepper will actually give you more details. Let's just say junk.com. Now that's a badass name. I don't know how in the hell you bought that name, but I can imagine either you got it when it was really cheap or really expensive. But junk removal services or junk removal service, Plepper's, not popping up. It usually does over here. It's a plug-in. Junk removal service, waste management. Waste management's out of the 3-pack. Wonder why? Why are you naming your shit waste management? You're not waste management unless you specifically do waste management. Waste management, number 5, load up. You're not debris removal. And he's number 6. Everything below the top 3 is in, lo and behold, what? Fucking waste management. Okay, this is why you need to get your categories right. What are they using? Now, maybe you come into a city and then maybe you use all the top 3 use a different category. I'm going to literally see what are the top 3 categories using. I want to do what they're doing. I don't want to sit there and go, let me think. What does the SEO world tell me to do? What's SEO Roundtable tell me to do? What's ChatGPT tell me to do? I don't give a crap about none of that. Go look at who's winning, copy whatever the hell they're doing, and add a little bit of, if you will, Williams sauce on it or your own secret sauce, and you will outrank them. It's that simple, really. SEO is not difficult. You don't have to know a bunch of, if you will, magic. Okay. So this is what I'm looking at when it comes to categories. If you want to see how many categories there are a lot. Okay. We'll go over to Plepper real quick and I'll show you this tool. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. It just depends on the day. It's pretty boggy, but it does have a lot of really good aspects. If you go under tools, right, you can find your Google My Business listings or categories and it'll fetch them, right? And there's tons and tons and tons of them. But let's say there's junk dealer. You don't ever want to do that. You're not a junk dealer. You're a junk removal service. You're not a junk yard, right? You're not waste management. Waste management is usually solid waste, waste transfer, waste management. That's why you don't want to do waste management. Okay, we want to use our head. Think about it logically. All right. Add high quality images. I don't want to use AI images. All right. use images that are actually on the job. One of the things I tell you is, like, if I'm on the job and I just did it before, I did a job, I would upload while I'm there, I would upload an image and do a before, and then I would do an after. I would do it right all there. Literally upload images right here. Upload them. Do it while you're at the job. Why? Because images that are uploaded from the job give you really good signals, okay? Also, if someone writes a review, write it from the job site. Let them write a review like this and add in photos. Those are all signals you want. Excuse me. All right, so we want to write a detailed business description. You'll see, for example, down here, if I was to go click on Junk Daddy, right? Junk Daddy down here on overview will have this whole section right here. Is this optimized? Do you have where your services are offered? Are you got your keywords, your brand name in here? Yes or no? And you could put a lot of content in here. It's a lot. Okay. So that's going to help you rank as well. It's just something we want to do. It's not a ranking signal, but it's something I want to fill out. Ranking signals generally are all right here. Most people try to guess what's going to cause me to rank. It's all literally right here. Anything I see in my face, what we used to call in SEO above the fold. It's very simple right here. That's what causes you to rank. Keep your business hours updated. Like, how often are you updating your hours? Most of you guys, you know why people started doing this open 24 hours crap? Because SEOs came in here and said, hey, if you open up 24 hours, Google thinks, excuse me, Google will rank you higher. Sometimes it is true, but here's also something that's true. If people are calling you and you're not answering, you're losing money. If people are calling you and you're not answering and they bounce off, guess what happens? Google devalues you, i.e., you'll start popping out of here. And that's not something you want to do. You want to gather and manage customer reviews. It's one of the number one ranking factors. Reviews and review velocity. Are they leaving positive reviews? And even if it's a negative review, respond to it. Most of the time people want, okay, so for example, if I go to any one of these and I look at any one of these as just a client, I'm trying to find, and I see a 5.0 out of 434 reviews, I know you're full of crap. You a damn lie. There ain't no way in God's green earth that you've served that many clients and you ain't got nobody that don't like you. Okay? It's a fact. You're going to have people that don't like you. And when I see 5.0s, I know you fake. Okay? You're buying reviews most of the time and they're fake. Generally, what you want to do is you want at least a few that are, if you will, not, the best of the best. Right? You got a couple of 4-star reviews in here. Get a couple of 3-star reviews. It's not a big deal, but make sure you respond to every single one of them. And you can put 700 plus words of content in those responses. And if it was a negative review, respond to them truthfully, talk about all your services, talk about where you're at, and use that opportunity to fill it with a bunch of content. Okay? If you don't respond, it basically makes everybody think, well, you don't give a crap. This guy just don't give a crap. Even if it is negative, they're going to say, oh, it's negative and he didn't respond. He don't give a crap. And you don't want to give people that impression. Okay? Encourage reviewers to leave. Where are they at? What neighborhood they're in? What street they're on? Some key words. Okay? Encourage them to leave the review from the property. Also, when you're doing reviews, and we'll talk about this in another lesson, don't just go after Google reviews. Go after Trustpilot reviews. Go after Facebook reviews. All of it, because Google will actually pull other reviews into your overview down here. Okay. Now, how do we improve local citations with app consistency? You want to make sure, if you're first setting it up, you want to make sure that all of your listings, excuse me, are in reputable directories like Yelp, Home Advisor, or Angie's List. And the reason why you want to do it is because, for example, just because you do citations, or some guy from Pakistan or wherever wants to sell you citations, you don't know how many times an audit these guys, quote unquote, in junk removal doing SEO, and all you see is garbage citations. When I say garbage citations, I literally mean garbage citations. It's like not worth it. Are you on the Better Business Bureau? Are you on Google Maps? I mean, what are you actually on? And what are you actually doing when it comes to, if you will, local citations? What we use at Rank Fortress, when someone actually wants to do their citations or whatever, and we want to build out citations, I use Bright Local for somebody. And the reason I use Bright Local, so for example, there's only a few, if you will, there's only a few. Think of it this way. So if I was to say data aggregators, most of you don't know what the hell I'm even talking about when I say data aggregators. But a data aggregator is think of it this way. Data aggregator is essentially kind of like the credit repair system. It's like the credit system, like FICO and all them. It's where everybody goes to look at your credit. So if I was to say to look at your credit, now you're like, well, what the hell do you mean with that? Well, so FICO keeps credit history about you and your doings and your credit and how good you are at paying bills and all that. Well, Bright Local uses Data Axle, Yellow Pages, the GPS network, all those. Those are the, if you will, credit collection or data centers. And then they spread all of your information about your business, name, address, phone number, socials, hours, payment methods, description, website link, all that. They spread it to all of them. So we personally use them. I don't pay, or build out citations on the cheap ones. You can buy the cheap ones. I do sell the cheap ones, but they're not going to help you rank. What's going to help you rank is these. So if you wanted to see what type of citations they build out, just go Bright Local. Excuse me. Bird Eye is another one. But so, for example, they do it for all types of countries too. You can't just do it just for one country. I mean, depending on what country you're in is what you want to use. And these are their prices. We normally, it winds up being around $300. So this is what we wind up using most of the time. And they do some really good work for us. Let me pull it up and I'll kind of show you real quick. So this is the service that we use. But just for example, so if we look at their citations, you could do citation tracker in here. I can, I could do a bunch, if you will, a bunch of different things. But the citation builder, for example, when you're building it out, and you want to see everything, you can actually put in your name, address, phone number. It verifies everything. It shows you if there's any duplicates, etc. You want to see all that. Give me 1 second. So let me show you what I mean. So these are the data aggregators: Foursquare, Data Axle, Newstar, Yellow Page Network, and GPS. So just for example, this guy, whenever we enter the information, well, how many did we order? 50. How many he's got to do? None. 12 have been submitted, 3 are pending, 32 are live, 1's updated, 9 were already existing, 7 were replaced. So 7 of his listings were inaccurate listings. And these are all the different type of listings you're getting: house, the dots, all these. Now, can you do it manually if you want? Yeah, you could if you want to make some mistakes. Google, if you will, Apple Maps, Bing, Yellow Pages Local, City of, City Squares. A lot of these are really good ones. Brown Book, Google, of course, Manta, Merchant Circle. All of these are really good ones. They were unable to submit it to this site. Hot Frog, Clutch. But these are all the really good ones. Yelp would be another one. So even though I know a lot of people hate on Yelp, all right, so that ensures that, if you will, they are consistent. You want to make sure they're consistent. That's why I'm going to generally use Bright. It makes our job easier. We're using the data aggregators, and this is a very strong ranking signal, and that is generally what we're going to wind up using. Okay, so let's go back over here. You want to use location-based keywords. That's not just in your GMB, but that's on your website. Use terms like junk removal. What city are you in? Trash hauling. If you're going to do trash, up to you. Most of the time, you're not going to. In your GMB description, website content, and blog posts, and daisy chain it all together. Optimize your service pages with local keywords. We're going to show you how to do all of this. Right now, we're just going over the basics, if you will. Build local backlinks. So what does build local backlinks mean? Local backlinks: partner with local businesses for cross promotion. Get a hold of local bloggers or vloggers, news sites, community websites. Sponsor local events or charities. This will give you high quality backlinks, and that's what you want. Okay? You don't want crappy backlinks. If you're getting crappy backlinks, it is not worth it. Okay? So concentrate on quality, not just, hey, I want some backlinks, and how do I go get some backlinks and go on Fiverr or some of these other guys and go buy some backlinks, okay? Because a lot of times what people do is they listen to some advice from some YouTube channel, right, that literally it's not applicable to them. It's not applicable, number one. And number two, if you actually think about how to do this from a logical point of view, you'd go, okay, well, what I should be concentrating on is making, if you will, connections with people that are actually in my local area. Not just going, let me go buy some random backlinks that have zero value to you or your potential clients. That is not how you want to do backlinking. Okay? And we'll go over our method, and I'll show you what we do and everything. We're literally going to show you verbatim how to do everything we do. Okay? This first few lessons, first 4 lessons, is just an overview of the actual course and what you're going to be learning. Next week, we're going to be learning how to set up and optimize a listing, then how to do GMB content engagement and local SEO, and how to structure a website and citations, and how to build out your site, and what are some local SEO factors, and how to, if you will, do on-page SEO after we do everything with the Google Maps. How do we do all of it? I want to do all of it. I'm going to show you how we do everything. Okay? It's not really that hard. Most people just don't know what the hell they're doing. That's just a fact. Maintain an active Google business profile. In other words, are you going into your profile? Do you post? Do you promote? Do you run specials? Do you add tips in there? If not, Google may even if you will, unverify you because it's not active, not answering your phone calls, not answering messages. How fast are you answering your phone calls and messages? Are you answering frequently asked questions on your GMB? This is another one most people don't ever do. But so, for example, on your listing here, you also have, where people are going to ask questions. So are you letting people ask questions? Are you answering them? Another thing we'll do, we'll submit questions from other profiles and answer them because we want to get those in there. What do we usually use is, you see it right here. Down here, people also ask. That's the question that I'll wind up dropping here. How much does junk removal usually cost? And then I'll put the damn answer in there. Same thing here. Why would I do that? Google literally tells everybody, hey, you want to see what to write about on your blog, on your videos, and on your backlinks, and what type of, if you will, posts and, if you will, press releases and everything you should be doing? Right there in your face, man. Literally, it says, people also ask, when someone's searching for junk removal near me, this is what people are asking for. This is what you should put on your website. This is what you should put on your GMB. Stop listening to people that don't know what the hell they're talking about. Okay, Google literally has it in front of your face. Excuse me. Most people just, well, let me figure out SEO. Let me go buy a course or listen to someone's masterclass that doesn't actually even do SEO. Or I would tell you, if you want to listen to someone's masterclass, go see their rankings. Go pull some of their client rankings. If you ever want my client rankings, just ask. I'll send them to you. I ain't got nothing to hide with people. Maintain an active profile. Keep customers informed about changes in the service area or pricing. So we went over what are organic local rankings and what the difference. So the differences between the two, obviously, the 3-pack appears in the map view. Organic does not. Google 3-pack is not based on website SEO. This is why I tell people, they want to sit there and go, oh my God, you need to have meta descriptions and meta titles, and that's why stuff doesn't rank. No, that's not why it doesn't rank. Not in the maps. In organic, yes. Now, you should still be mirroring your website to your GMB. That does affect. Both algorithms are different. Each one has its own algorithm, but they both affect each other. Organic rankings are based solely on website SEO, whereas maps is not. Your maps listing is a GMB, must be required. Google Business Listing must be there, or you can have a website without a listing. You have a higher click-through rate whenever you're in the 3-pack than you will on your organic listing. That's the difference between being seen in the 3-pack and being seen here. Higher click-through rate is up here. I don't even need a website to have this. You do need one to have it down here. This is mainly based on behavioral signals, not so much so down here. It's mainly based on these signals right here. What's in front of my face? Above the fold, website directions, save, share, call, and reviews. Same thing. I tell people on your website. Why do I put local signals on a website? What are local signals? Google literally puts it right in front of your freaking face. Restaurants, hotels, things to do, museums, transit, pharmacies, ATMs. But most SEOs totally don't do none of that crap unless they've actually went through some of my teachings or one other guy that I know that teaches it. They don't put those signals on the website because they don't know any better and they think they're going to try to figure SEO out. And it's Google literally puts it in front of your face. It's not something you have to, quote unquote, let me figure it out. This is what most SEOs do. I want to figure it out. And they make it complicated. And they make it so complicated, then you're like, well, it's, SEO can't be done by a business owner. It's not true. SEO can be done by a business owner. If you want to waste your time doing it, hire someone else. But when you first start, you need to do it yourself until you have the money coming in where you can hire somebody. Now you want we'll do this in the class, this whole thing. We're doing all of this. You want to create localized website content, publish location-based service pages on different areas you serve, write blog posts about how to choose the best junk removal service in such and such city. And I will show you how we create all the people also ask content. We also add schema markup to your website. Schema is like playing connect the dots. Schema is like playing connect the dots, right? So it's like I have this signal, these citations, these reviews, these social platforms, these backlinks, these articles. I do these services, and you go, oh yeah, that's connected to here, 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 and here. And that is what schema basically does. Now, if you don't have all your signals and you don't have all that done, you do schema, it can hurt you. Okay, so that's why when we do schema, we make sure you have all of, if you will, the necessary vitals first. Yes, you want to do your on-page SEO. When you're doing on-page SEO, you're going to use local keywords in your meta titles, descriptions, headers. I don't want you to think I'm saying is don't do on-page SEO. No, matter of fact, one of the number one things of getting, if you will, SEO and getting ranked in organic is on-page SEO, technical SEO, how fast is a website, content, etc. But that's different from local rankings, okay, in the map pack. You also want to use it because you don't want Google thinking you do national SEO. Because if they think you do national SEO, it will penalize and hurt your, if you will, maps rankings. Ensure website pages are mobile friendly and fast loadings. Add internal links between your service pages. I'm going to go over all that. How do we write blogs, and then how do we silo or stack the content? Okay. Earn quality backlinks, which we talk about, getting local news, articles, industry blogs, and directories, reaching out to home service websites offering guest posts. That's another way we do it, and improve the user experience. I will show you, for example, just for example, I'm going to show this to you. So this is one way one of these guys in the junk removal SEO space builds out websites. I'm going to show you why you shouldn't be doing it this way. And it's no offense to them, and I know someone else who does the same crap. So just for example, this is all junk removal money, right? These are all the sites, and these are how bad they're ranking. Only a few of them are actually ranking. So it's either one thing or another. It's either the platform or it's the actual quote unquote SEO guru. Right? So let's just say, for example, we take the very top one, and I'm looking for how this is stacked. I'm pretty sure. So for example, most of these, we'll do it this way. You'll see sometimes where if they're actually doing the SEO, you'll see instead of, you'll see the service and they'll link out to the city, which is crazy. And it's bad for user experience. The way you should, like, for example, just give you for example, this one right here, which came off of this sheet right here, right? This is a ugly looking website, right? Ugly, right? But what makes it worse, let's just say, for example, and this is the way a lot of them will do it, they'll go services and then they just vomit everything into services. But then to make it worse, they go You go to dumpster rentals, and then it has the city. That's bad user experience, bad conversion rate, bad all around. And they're doing it because they're trying to keyword stuff the shit out of the URL up here. Right. And then generally they'll even have, then underneath items we take, junk removal pricing, services, estimate. This does not make sense the way it is, if you will, layered out. Is not the way I want to wind up doing it. Okay, I'll show you one more. So you go service area, and then it does like this. It's just a bad user experience. Can it help you rank? Yes. I know one of the top SEOs that does it. But if I was a person that was wanting to go junk removal and I come here and I don't see junk removal services, residential, commercial, I don't see none of that, I'm going to leave this website. Because you go service areas and I go all these different places. Number one, everyone knows you're not serving all these places. Number two, anyone in SEO knows this is what we call it. It was this is old school rank and rent form right here. All right, old school. This person doesn't even do junk removal. They're doing lead generation, then they sell them. Okay. But this is the way they're stacking their content. That's not the way we're going to teach. This is not the way you should do it, especially if you want a good user experience. Okay? You want someone to want to click on a call button or book now button. Generally speaking, I will tell you don't do a book now button. So we'll go over that. Ensure your contact information is easily accessible on your website. I want, so many times I've seen websites where if I'm scrolling, so for example, and I'll show you, you don't know how many times, this is one thing they did right here is, for example, on that same website, when you scroll, you want this to follow you. So you want your button, your call now button and all that to follow you. On mobile, I want this, like text us or call us, to be in the footer. Always in the footer. And to follow you when you're scrolling, because you don't want people to have to guess how to get a hold of you. Okay, so that's one thing they did do right. Provide a live chat option or inquiry forms for immediate customer responses. I actually don't really like using, if you will, forms, mainly because most people, when they're on your device, they're on their device and they're seeing you, they actually don't want to fill out a form. They want to get a live human being on a phone call. But does that mean don't use forms? No. Still have them there. Live chat, definitely, if you can. And then we want to do all those things. We will actually be going over his website, optimizing his website together, optimizing his GMB together. I'm going to be showing you what we do, everything. Okay. But the first few classes, like I said, we're going to be going over, if you will, in these classes, we're going to be going over lesson 1 was what is local SEO, why it's important. Lesson 1.2 was how Google ranks local businesses. What are the ranking factors? And today's lesson was understanding the 3-pack versus organic. Tomorrow, come back here, same time, same place. And tomorrow we'll be going over, and tomorrow is, if you will, Wednesday night, y'all, or Tuesday night, y'all's time in the States, but it'll be our Wednesday. We're going to be going over the role of Google My Business in local SEO. And then on Thursday, we'll be going over how to set up and optimize. And then that's what we're going to be covering as well on Friday. Okay, so we're going to go over it all, and then I'm going to, give you examples. I'm going to give you my SOPs and my templates and everything, and it'll all be dropped in the back end as well of Rank Fortress. So if you don't know where to go, and I'm going to show you this before we get off here, but you go over here to rankfortress.com, and you will click on Join Rank Fortress Academy. And you can simply join, and we drop classes in here, and I will also drop announcements in here. You can also communicate and talk to me here. This is just another way to get a hold of me, or if you want questions, put them in here. Okay. I do announcements in here and everything. So we do classes 5 days a week, sometimes more, sometimes less. It just depends on what's going on. Like past month, I had my grandchildren with me. So if you have any questions in regards to local SEO or want to talk to me, just click book a call or speak to William and see. I practice what I preach. Even on my website, I have my, if you will, my buttons or call to actions that follow me. So I've had a good time with you guys today. Tomorrow we'll be going over and the next day, the last part. And then on Thursday and Friday, we will start optimizing an actual website. So if you don't have any questions, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you for joining. Until next time, you guys be blessed and have a great day.
Presenting your one-stop shop for SEO and virtual assistant services. SEO, GMB, link building, content creation, web design, virtual assistants, and more. Junk removal SEO experts. The best white label platform for SEOs, agencies, and freelancers.
So many SEOs that hate me and say that I'm stealing their methods. They bitching and cry, labeling me SEO black hat. Was a nobody, now I'm at the top. Most wanted, most loved, bad business owners, and hated by most SEO opponents. You think you're an SEO god, but you're an SEO fraud. Guess I'm the SEO devil, shouting fuck the SEO guys. White hat SEO doesn't make sense, going with the goody goodies. Up in heaven dressed in white, I like black Timbs, I like black hoodies. Fake SEOs up there probably had me on some real straight shit. No sleeping all day. No getting my dick licked. Hanging out with the goody two shoes, lounging in paradise, whole shit.